We have been seeing top 50 prospect lists as well. And there are some Phillies represented as we head down on the farm. Give us our animal of the day. There it is. On cue.
Yeah, Jim Bowden came out with a piece today on The Athletic. Now, everybody kind of ranks prospects differently.
Totally different.
MLB Pipeline has theirs. Baseball America has theirs. I think the one I don't know, trust necessarily, but I think MLB Pipeline is the best one to kind of.
You just need people that are actively following the prospects, unbiasedly,
but Jim
kindly.
Bowden, former GM around the league,
Genuinely.
knows a lot of people in front offices, talks very well informed. He does his own. It's different from MLB Pipelines. So his story today was a top 10 list of guys that can crack the top 50 next year. So this means Andrew Painter is not currently in his top 50. When you compare it to MLB Pipeline, I believe Andrew Painter is, I had it right in front of me a second ago, 31.
31.
So he's 31 on MLB Pipeline. So he's already there. Jim Bowden probably just dropped him out because of the injury. But here is what he went on to say about Andrew Painter. So the list is the top 10. Number 1 is a Philly. Number 2 is a Philly. So he projects both of these guys to enter his top 50 next year. Andrew Painter, 21 years old, 6'7", 215 pounds. His scouting grades: fastball 65, slider 50, cutter 55, changeup 55, control 60, command 60. Here's what he says about Andrew Painter. Andrew Painter had a legitimate shot to make the Phillies rotation as a teenager out of spring training last year, but he suffered an elbow sprain that ultimately led to Tommy John surgery midway through the season. He did not pitch in 2023 beyond one Grapefruit League game and 2024. And the only reason he didn't make my top 50 was because he posted a 1.56 ERA over 22 starts and averaged 13.5 strikeouts per 9 across 3 minor league levels. If he returns to form with the same stuff he displayed before injury, he's a top 3 pitching prospect in baseball next year. He has 3+ pitches, including a 98-mile-an-hour fastball with downward plane. He has tremendous reach and can repeat his release point despite his 6'7" frame. The Phillies think he can be a big league contributor at some point next season, though they will need to monitor his innings.
Yeah.
That was enjoyable to read.
And it's great because Andrew Painter, we've been hearing his progression that he's been throwing bullpen sessions. He actually has another bullpen session scheduled September 13th in Clearwater. He has been experiencing some soreness in his right elbow.
Shut it down.
He was dealing with that kind of in August, so they did kind of slow him down a little bit. But they say that is common for pitchers returning from Tommy John. So he still is on his timeline and expected to return back in 2025. He will just be only 21 years old on opening day, so still
crazy.
So young.
Yeah.
And for him to be ramping up, I think now as we talk playoffs and as we look at the season here in front of us, it also is exciting when you think about what the future can hold for a young talent like Andrew Painter.
Yeah. I mean, you forget how young these kids are. And the next guy on the list is somebody we got to know a little bit sitting down in Clearwater with him this year. Jim Bowden has Justin Crawford as his number 2 prospect that'll crack the top 50 next year. Here's what he says about Justin Crawford, 20 years old. I mean, Painter's 21. You forget. And then Aiden Miller, he's 20 now, right?
I think he just turned 20.
Oh, yeah, I think he just. So these kids, like their 3 top prospects are still so young and already on a cusp of
could almost be some of their
contributing to, the big league club. Here, what did you say? Parents or Paris? What did you just say?
Parents. We could be almost.
Oh.
Some of us could almost be their parents.
I could 100% be these kids' parents. Damn you, Renee.
I can't be their parent.
Well, there's teen moms. You could have been.
I'd be like a 12-year-old mom. I mean, it does happen some places, unfortunately, which is very.
All right, anyway, back on track. Justin Crawford, 20 years old, bats left, throws right, 6'2", 188 pounds. Scouting grades: hit 55, power 35. He's never going to have power, folks.
Yeah.
Run 70, arm 55, fielding a 60. He says Justin Crawford is the son of 4-timer All-Star Carl Crawford, and he has a similar game to his dad. He's a plus defender in center field with tremendous range thanks to elite speed. He slashed 312, 360, 445 this season with 24 doubles, 9 homers, and 42 stolen bases between high A and double A. He is the Phillies' long-term answer in center field, and if he keeps hitting like he has the past 2 years, he could make the majors by the end of next year, or if not, the beginning of 2025. So Jim Bowden high on both Crawford and Painter. I think Justin Crawford on MLB Pipelines is right out. He actually might be in. I think he's like 40. I think he's 51 actually. So he's right on the outside. 54. He's 54 in MLB Pipeline. So him and Jim Bowden and MLB Pipeline kind of sync up on their Justin Crawford evaluation. Yeah. Justin Crawford had an excellent year across 2 different levels. So, you know, I know there's been some people that doubt whether he can put the ball in the air enough to utilize his speed. But as he told us in Clearwater, Renee, like that's not really what he was focusing on this year. They wanted him to put the ball in play, right? Just so he could get his speed on the base pass and try and take advantage of, you know, maybe some infield singles that other guys can't leg out, or some doubles that should have been singles to a lot of guys. So they want him putting the ball in play. They're not really concerned with launch angle and driving gaps yet. Yeah, with his speed and also his youth also in general, you want to work on things at baby steps. And that's something that we got from Justin Crawford, Aiden Miller as well. Like, these guys are still so young. They're still working on so many things. And for Justin Crawford to be sitting on 9 home runs on the season, he's got 58 RBIs, 42 stolen bases. And then his splits are a 312, 360, and an 805 OPS. Justin Crawford is going to be an elite center fielder, and he has the potential to do it. He's already got the baseball IQ, the pedigree, the speed, the talents, the raw skill on top of, as they're refining some areas of his game, he's taken those next steps. And much like we talk about now, you look at like a Cody Clemens, like guys that have a parent, a sibling, someone ahead of them that has also been a professional. It also gives them the understanding of what it's like to be a pro. It's a second nature thing. Exactly. He grew up around the game. Yeah. And then now also, you know how to behave, you know how to train, you know how to eat. It's an advantage. Obviously, it's a huge advantage because you get that next level training physically, but also mentally. Like the professional I think between the years is the most important. The biggest factor. There are a lot of talented athletes that don't make it to the pros for that exact reason. So for Justin Crawford to get the all-around tutelage and training and teaching. And it was really cool to see him and Miller, you know, like together. Like they're close buddies. They're playing in the Futures games together. It was cool to see them, like, one move up and then the other trail and then the other move up, and like, you know, it's really an exciting farm system all of a sudden. And it's highlighted by these 3 kids, you know, Andrew Painter, Justin Crawford, and Mick Abel. And there's some other ones that are really exciting too. But these 3 are getting written about in The Athletic today. And it's really cool stuff. They're on a ton of lists. People have eyes on them. They are already showing a lot in such a young age. So definitely looks like the future is bright for these prospects, and as we are down on the farm, a lot to look forward to for the Phillies pipeline, that they're doing a great job of just developing these young talents to be ready for the majors, hopefully as soon as next season.